And on that note, Hi! Welcome to tonight's episode of Basements and Besties, the Dark Lanterns of Sharn. My name is Will Tramp, also known as This FNGM, out on the Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever the most current thing for social media is.
It's called X. Let that date this episode.
Anyway, we are here with another wonderful episode for you. And but before we start off this episode, we're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves by way of our characters. And tonight's question, I forgot to mention, we are playing, this is an actual play of Level Up A5E, a RPG by Ian Publishing, who no longer sponsors us anymore. Wah, wah, wah. That's okay. Hey, you at home,
love you.
If any of you want to sponsor us, hint, and send us tons of money, feel free to. Anyway, we're going to go and introduce ourselves by way of our characters by answering tonight's question. So tonight's question is, okay, so Breland is known for being the freest of the 13 nations, right? So they, while there is the King Barnal, he has given much of the power over to.
Sorry, I did the thing. Sorry.
He has given much of his power over to the Parliament, and there's many questions as to what's going to happen once the aged King Barnal passes away. And so my question is what would your character prefer? Would you prefer that the Winarn line, the monarchy, continues on for Breland, or would you prefer that all power be handed not just to the people of Breland? So we're going to go and start off with you. We're going to start off with you.
Okay. Deidre would want the monarchy.
You want to introduce yourself?
I'm so sorry. Yes, I am playing Deidre,
What's your name?
human. I am Sarah, playing Deidre, a human rogue that is trying to find her place in a world without war. And Deidre would want the monarchy to continue.
That's interesting. I did not expect that. Why so?
She believes that any sort of change would be into the benefit of the richer echelons of Sharn themselves. So Bornal's done right so far. Why not just leave it like it is? She also knows how to navigate that system.
Sounds like a plan. Stick with the devil you know, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move over to you.
Hi, I'm Connor. I play Colton, a human warlock who made a deal with death but did not read the fine terms. Colton would be okay with seeing the monarchy rescind power and let it go to Parliament.
Okay, and why so?
I think Colton sees Breland as a real beacon of moving forward, and I think he kind of sees that giving power back to the people and kind of ending the idea of a single person governing everything is a little more of a modern idea. Plus, the king was a great symbol when we were at war. We're not at open war anymore. Maybe that symbol is not quite what we need anymore. We need something more, we are a united people. We govern ourselves as a group rather than a king ruling over us.
Fair enough. So having a leader in wartime is good, but after that, let the people figure out what they need. Sure. We're going to move over to you.
Hello, I'm Cassie. I am playing Adelaide Oleander, a human bard whose own story has stepped outside of her Dragonmark house. Adelaide would choose to have the monarchy continue.
Now that's very interesting. Having been raised in a Dragonmark house, the Dragonmark houses are very tightly restricted by the former monarchy, right? Mm-hmm. The laws of Galifar, and without them, when Galifar fell and splintered, the freedoms that the Dragonmark houses began to enjoy increased, right? They began to have more power and more influence. So you were raised in that household. So where did you get? I'm very curious. Where did your character come to that conclusion?
It's because she was in a Dragonmark house. The being raised in a Dragonmark house, the importance of bloodlines and of basically your heritage, your birthright, essentially, by being a Dragonmark member. I think she would correlate the idea of monarchs passed typically through primogeniture, or through some sort of bloodline. And so that's just I think that's what she knows.
Okay, so that's interesting that because like rather than seeing it as like a mercantile collective, you're seeing it as the family collective and knowing your place and having that place within the society is what your aim would be in this case. Then, am I correct in this?
Yes.
Yeah, or it sounded better in my head than what came out of my mouth. But what I'm trying to say is I think I understand what you're saying. That's interesting. I like that. Let's go to you.
Hi, I'm Colin. I play Brock, the Bugbear Berserker, who finds life a little dull without an explosion every now and then. Brock would like to see the monarchy continue. And the reason for that is the ceding power to Parliament means distribution of power, and splitting power into many smaller pieces means that those smaller pieces are more vulnerable to being bought by the dragon-marked houses. Oh. Whereas if we have a single ruler with an exceptionally large, royal treasury, they are not as vulnerable to, that sort of bribery.
Now, traditionally, goblins and goblinoids have been kind of second-class citizens within the Five Nations. And unfortunately, despite the metropolitan nature of Sharn, the greatest city in Corvair, goblins still kind of have that second-class citizenry. Is it your belief? Is it Brock's belief that his situation would be worse than underneath the Parliament?
I think so. Even with the situation being as it is right now for goblinoids, he just based off of the history, it's not for lack of the current ruler trying.
Fair.
I think he gave Dargoon more than a fair shot.
That's true. Yeah, despite the fact that they killed his son.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a sad day. Let's go ahead and move on to you. Actually, real quick though, before you have some news to share, and I think we should just I want to take a moment real quick. I probably should let you speak first and then have you do this. But I'm really excited. I want to talk about it real quick. So. Yeah,
do you want me to introduce myself first, or do you want me to...
No! Yes, of course I do. My apologies. Never mind. The question goes to you, but you also have news to share.
Okay. I'm Dennis. I'm playing RJ the Warforged Adept, who's exploring his place in humanity while being dedicated to the protection of Breland. And he finds himself in a very interesting position with this. He would actually want to go to Parliament. And the reason why is because there is no dedicated heir to the monarch currently. And so with no dedicated leader, where he is used to a leader in the military making the decision, not knowing who that would be puts everybody at risk because he's not sure who's going to be making those decisions. And being the newest class of citizens, he thinks it could put... It's too much of a question versus at least if it's broken out, there's at least some way he and his people could have a say. If it was the right leader, he probably would be behind it, but not knowing it is too much of a gamble for where they're at currently.
Yeah, because that's a great point. Boronel's two oldest children who were largely very popular publicly. They were two of the four children from his first wife. They passed away in the last war. One of them making the ill-fated decision to charge into Dargoon, and then the other being lost on the day of mourning. The other Boronel's multiple other children, guys had 3 wives and many children, just don't have that same like star power or popularity. In fact, some of them are actually just frankly assholes from what we've heard. So it's kind of interesting because his is the devil you know, that's what I was mentioning to Connor, but it sounds like yours is also the devil you know, but in a slightly different way, because tell me if I've got this wrong. Without knowing which one it would go to, that leaves an unknown. On the other hand, there already is an established parliament, and even if it's not the best, at least it's already established, so there's already a power center. Am I catching on? Yeah, I get you. Okay. Well, and then also being a military man, the king's brother, Prince Kor, is rumored to have a lot of support to potentially take the throne. And Prince Kor, as you guys are all aware, is literally your boss. Like your boss's 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 boss. The biggest boss of the Citadel, which the Dark Lanterns are housed under. How would you feel about backing Prince Core.
If it was announced that it was Prince Core, he'd be much more comfortable with a backing of the monarchy continuing, because he at least would know what to expect. Also, because he's seen how in war, through the core, things have been treated, the Warforged had a place. So he knows his people would have a place there to continue. It was a dedicated place, but it was there.
Fair enough. All right, and lastly, what's your news? Tell us about it.
The news is a group of constituents and I have just recently kicked off a Kickstarter, and when this comes out, Kickstarter will be closed, but it's called You Carry the Fire. And it not only funded in our first day, but has met all of its stretch goals. So,
Yeah!
when this comes out, that'll already be closed, but hopefully we'll be still offering it on Drive-Thru RPG. I will put notes in the messages of this one, as well as the most recent one we release, with information.
And as Matt Colville says, check the doobly-doo below. If it is
That's what I was
out,
looking for.
if it is out, we'll go ahead and make sure that it's down there in the doobly-doo. If it's not, well then we'll wait till the episode
Thank
it is,
you.
and we'll make sure. Well, congratulations, and we're very happy for you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And all the rest of you guys who are part of the team,
Oh, yes.
CeeLo, we're very proud of you guys as well.
I'm not.
He's had to work with you guys.
Dang!
So, whatever. All right, so anyway, all right. Let's go ahead and get started here. So, hold on. Let me start the music, right?
Oh.
Let me start the music.
Get the music right!
Right? I would love to start the music, but apparently I let it.
Start the music.
I let it. What do you
Please don't
call
start
it?
the music.
I let it
You're gonna start that
lapse.
already? Yeah, why not?
Anyway,
Hey,
all right. You guys.
started it with one.
You guys are on. Sarah, you guys are on the hunt. You guys are on the hunt for something. What are you on the hunt for?
We are on the hunt for the Eye of Galore.
The Eye of Galore. What is that?
It is a device that can answer or give us the location of Bonel or Nelvy's father's hidden treasure.
And what's the actual name of the device? Do you know?
The Eye of Galore?
Stone of
Galore.
Stone of Galore.
Yeah,
just so we're all clear. You have been informed by your contact in House Dinieth, Lord Cedron de Dinieth, that the Stone of Galore, which houses the potential secret funds, has been divided out into 4 parts. One piece, the core piece of the stone, and then 3 separate eyes. So you have been led to believe that this stone, this core piece, or maybe one of the eyes, may be located somewhere in a location. What location is that?
It is the mention of the your Lantar brothers, the ambassadors from Aundair.
Yes. Helias and Elias. And specifically, it's known as Dragonhawk Villa. Now, or the Lantar Villa, whichever one you want to call it. There's just an official name. Okay, so you, now what reason do you have to believe that this stone could be here?
They are the owners of the Nimblewright that blew up the market square in Clifftop.
And who told you about that?
Well, we heard it directly from one of the brothers' mouths.
Yeah, but you had to get there for some. Before that, you got
that.
pointed this direction. What pointed you this direction?
What pointed us direction was Captain
Maurice Botet.
Maurice Botet.
Captain Maurice Botet
had indicated that they were the purchaser of the Nimblewright that we'd been looking for, that was involved with the explosion that they had been investigating.
Yes. Now, you decided to investigate the Dragonhawk Villa and began a series of spent a day trying to get a feel of the manor. Each of you found out some key pieces of information during your attempts. So, let's see here. Cassie, what did Adelaide find out of importance from her investigations?
So Adelaide found out that it's a very tight, closed-off villa. They only hire Aundairians. The children are basically kept under lock and key with the bare minimum to survive. It's a very guarded household. Also, the groundskeeper Herv is a creep that sleeps all day and works all night. And Robaz, the captain of the guard, is a hard ass.
All right. Now, what did you learn from your vantage point, Colin? What did Brock learn?
Brock learned that we were not the only ones scouting out the location.
That's correct.
There were figures on the rooftops communicating by way of a spire drake that they were sending back and forth over the property.
Now, you also learned something similar. What did Colton find out?
On top of the figures on the roofs, Colton saw numerous of they called watchful eyes or gazing eyes. What we saw in the sewer when we were in the Das compound.
Gazers.
Mm-hmm. So there were multiple gazers tucked away in locations, showing that Dask is also surveilling the area.
Yeah, gazers being these tiny little beholderkin, little tiny orbs with these little eye stalks, kind of keep an eye on the place. Right. Now they didn't seem to have any sort of connection between the two groups.
Completely separate.
Now you found out some interesting information too via kind of a side hustle. What did you find out?
Well, two things. One, that is very exposed compound from the outside. So it's really hard to get in without being seen from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And two, there's a third group that was also monitoring that included at least one angry lady and a changeling. And the changeling's the one that actually was the distracting part, because I actually not only was able to get view of it in changeling form, but it also got view of me.
Now, point of clarification, did you find any proof that they were monitoring the house?
No.
But there's something strange happening.
Yes, there was something strange happening in the house.
For clarification there. Okay, now Sarah, your character had snuck in invisibly to the Dragonhawk Villa, and you found out a few key pieces of information. So in a nutshell, what were you able to find out?
I got confirmation from one of the brothers' mouths, Elias, and he was speaking. He actually chastised the Nimblewright about blowing up the square. He seemed to be a little weak-stomached about the means of gathering this item. Mm-hmm. So we know the item is there. And the children are in this specific room in the master bedroom on the top floor. I also mapped out various rooms, but there's also dogs located here. And then, what else did I find out? The other brother seems to be more hardened by this. It seems believes that nothing bad is going to happen. No one can. There's no way that anyone could be led back to them.
That's what Elias had to say, at least, about his brother Elias. Now, after you had left to meet your brothers, you were informed about the people watching, and so you decided to give chase to one of them. Were you able to catch them?
I was not, but I also found out that a floating disc is very expensive, and that you should return it if you borrow it, even if it's for 5 gold.
Yes. Yes.
Soaring disc, sorry.
Anyway, soar disc. Yeah. So you discovered that commandeering vehicles may need to be returned. Okay. So you all decided then that once your investigation was complete, you decided to head back across town to discuss your findings back in the safety of your of your home, the White Stag Manor. After discussing what you want to do, you made the decision to head back to the Dragonhawk Villa. And upon arriving at the Dragonhawk Villa, something was a little off. What was a bit off? Who wants to tell me about what you guys found?
Anna, the cook, Chef Anna, was dead in the doorway, and it seems like the place is being assaulted.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Sounds of violence coming from further within.
Sounds of violence coming from further within. So we will go and open up tonight's session with you are sitting outside of you're in the back alley behind Dragonhawk Villa. You've decided to come across a route that would not put you in full view of these streets. You can hear the sounds of violence coming from within. Swords clashing, metal against metal, and screams from inside. Screams of pain and of the dying. As you look inside the door, you can see the cook, Anna, the one who had treated Adelaide with such kindness, lying in a pool of her own blood, her eyes staring off with no spark of life within them, kind of staring towards the open door. So, at this point, Adelaide, what do you do?
I have my fiddle out and I say, "You know the way," and that spark, that lightning comes off of my my fiddle and my mark, and I'm casting Longstrider on both of us.
Oh,
you have 10 extra feet for an hour.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move into she's in the kitchen, so I'm gonna move into the kitchen.
Well, you guys are outside, so you're going to move into the pantry then. So you're moving into the house.
Yes, I'm going to
actually
move
moving into the house.
forward.
Let's go and roll initiative, actually.
Yeah.
So,
You said 10 feet, right?
10 extra feet.
we're going to go and roll initiative here.
Yay. I love rolling initiative.
All right. Usually we roll initiative beforehand, but I thought it would be kind of fun to see if... I didn't know if you guys were going to go inside the house or not. Maybe you guys decided to say, screw it. Nah.
Sometimes it's just fun to go, hey guys, roll initiative.
Sometimes it's fun to just say it, right? I concur.
You just got caught. When Anne was announced dead, I remember going, "Oh no!"
But real polite and quiet, like. Oh fuck.
Oh dear goodness, no.
Oh no, I remember.
You guys had a harsher reaction to the death of Cook Ann than you did to poor old
We
Brock.
were dealing with other burning buildings at that
You mean
time.
Ron McGurty?
No, Ron McGurty. My
Ron
apologies. Sorry, I was thinking.
Is that a
You can
future
do-
episode
I
that
I was just about to say, I was thinking of next week's episode.
He's going to kill you tonight.
hasn't aired yet? All right.
We'll just drop a little
no.
foreshadowing.
Hey, guess what dumb thing I did? I totally left my my statistics upstairs. Can somebody else handle initiative while I go run
Yeah.
that real fast?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh wait, Colin's got it.
I like doing it.
Do it, Colin!
I got a specific way I like to do things. Says
16. Colton.
17!
Oh, roll off.
Beat that! You and me?
Yeah.
I
Like,
forget,
legit
is
beat
it
that
just
now.
straight roll off, right?
Yes, just a straight D20.
10.
14.
RJ.
4.
Okay.
Dang.
Deidre.
natty 20
Oh, dang! For a total of
of 22.
22.
But
For the D.
it's
Sorry,
still a natty.
5.
First natty 20 of the night.
Yeah, and it was with the dice that Colin hates.
I'm gonna tell you a secret.
Wow.
We all
It
hate
helps
those
you.
dice.
It helps
We
you
all
all the
hate
time.
those
I
dice.
guess it's fine. I guess all of its past sins are forgiven.
I need a space at 15 and 11.
Oh gosh.
15 and 11.
BT Dubs, I've got some custom dice on order from a local dice maker that I ordered from at my buddy's comic book shop out in
Artisanal
Lee
dice.
Summit. Can't wait to show those guys off.
Nice.
Good enough.
All right, wonderful. Adelaide, you have actually leaped into action. So we're actually going to skip Deidre. We're going to start off straight with you. So there's your miniature right there. You went ahead and cast Longstrider on her. That was what, your bonus action, or is that an action?
I believe that was an action. Double check. But I am going to use my movement to head inside.
Is it difficult to train through people?
It's an action.
Wonderful. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and move on inside. Just make step 1 inside the doorway. Step 1 inside the doorway. The alleyway is much wider than the map shows.
Okay, cool.
So
Makes sense.
anyway, we're gonna focus on Adelaide right now. So Adelaide, what do you? So you've used your action. Okay, tell us. So let me kind of explain what you see. By the way, when you walk in here, because it's not just the unfortunate corpse of your newfound friend. In the pantry, you're back in the pantry, shelves containing dried food stuff, spices, folded tablecloths and such. You see a jar of preserves that has been broken all over the ground. It's smelling kind of like grape preserves all over the place, and kind of intermingling with that gelatin-like substance is the blood of 2 corpses. Actually, now that you can fully see inside, you see the cook, who you recognize. You also see the older man, the butler. The head butler is also lying there on the ground, deceased.
Buttersworth.
Okay. Yeah, Buttersworth. You can see that the door towards the kitchen is wide open.
Okay, I am going to. I guess I'm probably going to end looking at these bodies where my movement is, and I'm going to point to the door to whoever's
Okay,
closest
so you can stay
outside.
right there.
Oh no, because I'm blocking. I'll move up to the open door.
This one here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good. You're kind of peering into the kitchen. From beyond, you can see the kitchen that you had seen before. You see that the kitchen itself, there's a number of the utensils that were put away before have been kind of like knocked out, spilled over onto the ground. You don't see any bodies or any people in there. The sound of fighting is coming from deeper in the house. Okay. We're going to go ahead and head to Colton.
I am right behind her. I'm going to move. You said first step is in the door.
First step is in the door.
I'm going to go ahead and take a dash action. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Get me all the way up to that door.
Okay. Yep. You head up to that door. That door is closed. This door right here is wide open. Kind of peering. You have a little bit of a view there. You can see a staircase from where you don't hear the sounds of anybody, at least overtly, in that space.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and again, you kind of step over the bodies of this older man and this kind of a younger woman. You can see that there's utensils kind of scattered all over the place, and maybe a bowl of food has been upended and kind of splattered all over the ground here. Looks like some sort of rice dish. So we'll go from Colton. We're gonna head to Brock.
Brock is going to sidle his way in. Lucille at the ready. So 1. He will also dash. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. And he will walk through this door and see what's going on in this room.
Excellent. You head into a laundry room. You can see that there is a body lying in the middle of the floor there. You see a middle-aged woman, or kind of an older woman, dressed in a maid's outfit that's splattered in blood. You can see that the outfit is, of course, in the same colors of the rest of the house, which would be red and gold and rod. You see her body is lying actually on the stairs that are leading up.
Okay.
What is your passive perception?
Passive perception is 11 for anything other than sound, which is 14.
Okay, excellent. All right, so you head in the room. That's what you see: a body lying on the stairs.
All right. And he'll use his last little bit of movement to step 1 space further inside.
Excellent. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and head from Brock to. You can hear the sounds. You can hear the sounds of shouting coming from. To arms, men! To arms! Protect the lords! You can hear the sound of steel clashing against steel upstairs. You hear then some yelling within the kind of loud yelling from out the house. You hear, make sure nobody gets upstairs. Fucking nobody gets in, not a goddamn one. And this is what you hear from kind of echoing throughout the house there. Now, this is not up the stairs that you are. Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem to be directly above you. This seems to be beyond.
Yeah, through that door into the main.
Correct.
Okay.
We're going to go to RJ.
RJ is going to step through and he's going to go over to this door and he's actually going to listen through the door.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
That'll be at 25.
Okay, yeah. The sounds of you hear the don't let anybody upstairs. I'll fucking one of them. And you hear a response of you got it, and that seems to be just beyond this door.
So right in this space, or
maybe not quite that close, but
somewhere in here.
Somewhere close.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Okay, that's your action.
That's my action. That's my move. I will stay there.
Okay, sounds good. We're gonna go ahead and go from RJ to Deirdre.
Deirdre is going to, remembering the map onto the house. Would I have been able to hear what was said? Don't let them up the stairs.
You heard that portion.
Okay. Then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna open the door.
Okay, sure. You open the door, so go ahead and step into the room since you can't stay in Dennis's space.
30.
Okay, so let me go ahead and explain what you see here. You see 2 iron chandeliers hanging from the dark mahogany ceiling above a long dining room table, carved from red larkwood. You see chairs surround the table with a particularly tall and elaborate chair at each end. At the very far end of the room on your side, there's a great stained glass window depicting Queen Orala, presumably sitting over wielding great magic over rolling fields of presumably wheat or something.
Mm-hmm.
You see lining the wood panels walls are tapestries and locked wooden cabinets that from your vantage point view contain fine dishes, silverware, and candlesticks. And you see a fireplace with a black marble mantelpiece, which has the great family portrait showing the twins Elias and these 3 small children, along with what looks like a family dog. The floor here is strewn with bodies, and you can see that there are two people kind of at the base of the stairs kind of near the stairs over in that direction. You see a very rough looking human man, bald, and a elven woman with her face covered in scars, and both of them are dressed in leathers. And on the man's neck and then shoulder, as well as the woman's like her midriff is kind of exposed, you can see on both this angry looking red dragon mark and aberrant mark.
Right.
We're gonna go ahead and place them here. And let me go ahead and get my big long table.
Big long table.
That's a fancy table right there.
Big long table. Okay. And as you open the door and step into the room, you see these two kind of turn their direction towards you, and you see their marks begin to glow, and they go. Their marks begin to glow as they kind of just the woman kind of spins a dagger in her hand. She goes, all right, who the fuck is this? Deidre panics and doesn't know what to say. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, Deidre's actually going to pull open to reveal the mark on her like in her shoulder. So what's happening?
Okay, so you're trying to. What's your intention here?
My intention is to try to bide some time for everyone else to get in position, so that way, but make them feel comfortable rather than I'm attacking.
Sounds good. So it sounds like you're trying to create a distraction using your shared heritage there. I'm going to go ahead and give you. I'm going to give you an expertise or give you advantage on this because you have this dragon mark there. I want you to go ahead and give me a deception check. This is going to represent your ability to hold their attention.
Just making sure. Okay. Oh, I would like to use a coin, please. And I only re-roll 1 die, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So roll the lowest one. No, that's not much better. 5, 2, 7.
7. She goes, I haven't seen you around before. And the guy, the balder man, looks over and goes, that ain't one of ours. Must be one. That ain't one of ours. And he kind of glares at you. He goes, must belong to that purple-haired bitch. And he grips his knife, and he's your gambit did not work.
Yeah, it didn't.
Okay, that was your action, trying to convince him of this. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm going to move then 5, 10, 15, 20 actually. No.
Sounds like a plan. All right, and we're going to go ahead and go from Deidre to Adelaide. Adelaide, so you're in the kitchen. You are currently in the kitchen, if I'm not mistaken. No, you're sitting at the door to the kitchen, kind of peering in. Two of your eyes have just rushed past you there. You kind of look back. You can see the body of the kind woman behind you, but you turn back to the doorway. What do you do?
I am going to. Can you start moving me to go forward? To meet. Get in this room. So 1, 2, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
So you rush in. What's your passive perception, by the way?
10.
Okay.
I am going to... keep my fiddle in my offhand and pull out my rapier. I'm just gonna hold for an attack right now.
Okay.
And looking at that door and sort of looking at you to assess what you've noticed.
Okay. Yeah. So what's the trigger for your hold?
It would be if I can see some. I've got my rapier, so if someone comes within melee.
Someone hostile comes within melee.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Just want to make sure. Small kid comes up. Hello, miss. Can I...
Sorry.
But I said Nice. All right, we're going to go from Adelaide to Colton.
Hello. I am going to... There's no way I can probably get to either of these doors realistically, so I'm just going to have to... 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Colton, you enter the room, you can see the body of the woman lying on the stairs. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception 15.
There is a key ring on her belt. You can see in the belt, you see a ring of keys on her belt.
I'll take a note of that. I'm not going to choose to act, I'm not going to use an action. I am also going to hold and for an attack in case anyone who appears to be hostile comes up. And I'm going to say, it sounds like D's engaged. We need to get in there.
Sounds good. We then go to Brock.
Brock is going to get in there.
Get in the pit and try to love someone.
Yeah. He will go 5, 10. Yeah, just enough.
You won't be able to move diagonally because of that stair banister.
Oh, okay.
So
that's fine. It's the same amount of movement either way, I think.
sounds good. You burst through the door. You see this balding man, this bald man there with this Dragonhawk kind of on his neck and shoulders. He kind of turns towards you. He's got a knife kind of in a reverse grip. As he looks at you, and he goes, "You got a friend, I see."
Yeah. Brock is not even slowing down. In fact, he's starting to laugh as he runs forward.
I'll go get you. I'm so tired of sneaking.
Yeah, and he will take Lucille and bash this guy into the door.
Oh
basically.
my God.
Sounds
Yes.
great. Go ahead and roll an attack roll,
He's gonna
please.
do it.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Let's do it. Fuck. Should have attacked recklessly. I did not. No, that's definitely a miss. So yeah, Lucille will harmlessly, to the man at least, careen into the wall over his head.
Yeah, he ducks underneath that with the fluidity of a trained fighter.
Oh, quick one, aren't you?
Snaps back up and he goes faster than you.
Brock's too excited.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta change his voice. Faster than you.
Man, we'll see.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Okay, sounds good. We're gonna go ahead and go from Rock. You hear the more commanding voice kind of shouting upstairs. Keep him back, man! Keep him back! The sound of swords going at it. So we've got and you hear
Things are happening off screen.
and you hear and you hear some cursing coming from upstairs. And you hear one down, continue. And then you hear some more shouts. The melees seem to be coming from up those stairs. The majority of it. Meanwhile, this man right here is going kind of sneers at you, and he is going to. He takes his dagger and then just kind of lunges forward. As you kind of swing and overextend yourself there, he kind of ducks underneath and just tries to stab you in the side in rapid succession. So we are going to go ahead and let him make an attack with his dueling dagger. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
You're going to take 5 points of damage as he tries to dig it underneath your ribs, but you manage to kind of throw your body out of the way to make sure it doesn't just plunge in. But as you kind of back away from him, he then lunges forward, trying to go for your chest there. And he on that's a 13 versus your
13 will
armor
miss.
13 will miss. So you do manage to kind of bump him back, kind of throw yourself back before you can take any more damage. Meanwhile, the woman here kind of looks at you, kind of just this elven woman. She sort of saunters, kind of moving, trying to put the table between you and her. And as she does so, she reaches, she kind of produces from inside of her blouse a piece of paper that then she pops out, and it's a folded paper bird. And as the folded paper bird just sort of unfolds, she just smiles, and you see her mark on her midriff start to erupt with energy, and you see energy kind of flowing up her arm, it looks like flames kind of engulf this bird, and then she kind of just kind of releases it towards you. This bird catches flame. This little origami bird, as it's flapping towards you, just catches flame and just shoots towards you like a missile. And that is going to be a attack. That's going to be a 22 versus your armor class.
It definitely does hit me.
You're going to take 9 points of fire damage.
Whoa.
As this paper bird just kind of comes, kind of fluttering towards you.
I've seen this anime before. It's pretty good.
Now she will then take a step back, and she's still got a knife in her hand, and she is going to go ahead and use her bonus action to go back to back. When you go back to back in A5E, this gives you, which is a bonus action, you cannot be flanked. You have to be adjacent to an ally when you do this. You cannot be flanked, and her perception goes up by 2, because she's starting to work in tandem with her ally here. So we're going to go ahead and go from these two upstairs. You can hear the sound of "Let's keep it going, man! You're like, fucking kill them all!" And you hear the sound again of more swords clashing and such. Hold on. And see, I'm keeping track of how much damage they're doing to one another as best as I can. There's that, so... Sounds good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go from them to RJ.
Okay, so RJ's gonna step in, and then as he steps in, he's gonna shoot his hydraulic blowgun at her.
Okay, sure. She goes, "Is that a wolf? Is that a wolf? Shit!"
Oh, and that's a natural 20.
Hey.
Oh, wonderful. Excellent.
Dang!
What does that mean for her?
So when he does it, as he shoots it, instead of where he was just trying to plug her, it actually goes and it wings off of her, and kind of like just lodges here, so that it's sticking there, so later on he can hit it when he gets close enough to it.
Sure. Did she do any damage?
Yes. I forgot for A5E, what's the...
You double the total.
Double the total?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
A5E says have fun with crits.
14.
14 points of damage?
Yes.
Wow.
So I rolled max on the 1d4.
She is not looking good. Her eyes go wide, and not only surprised, but also in pain.
And then he is going to finish his movement. 1, 2, and then as he comes here, he's actually going to slide and use the table for a little cover.
Okay, so you're gonna put yourself prone.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So you go prone, using the table's cover and then throwing yourself prone, which gives disadvantage on any attack rolls that are not winning. The range attack rolls from a distance. Excellent. So we're gonna go ahead and go from RJ sliding into the table. We're gonna go to Deirdre. Deirdre, you just had a flaming bird just slam into your shoulder there. What do you do?
She's currently trying to make sure she's moving, not catching on fire. Bonus action dash moves her up through here.
So it just runs across the entirety of the room.
And then ignoring her, she's going to go directly for this one.
Sure.
And she's going to pull out her dagger and just swing away.
Swing away, Meryl.
Yeah. So that will hit. The sneak attack damage, you see that because she's pulled back her coat, you see her mark actually start light up when charging. And as she slashes, it's going to be 7 plus 6. So 13 plus 1, 14 plus 2, 16 damage to him. Of that, 13 is psychic.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what does that look like? That psychic damage.
So you see that it starts it radiates like a bright lime green for a split second. It's almost like a blinding light to him, like a flashbang almost.
Sure.
And then he kind of is like almost spots, like you just see the spots after effect on light.
Okay, psychic damage is like usually because that sounds sure. So that's what it looks like, I guess. Let me rephrase my question.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing to his mind?
Oh, she is.
What's causing the dissonance or the damage?
The dissonance. So she's starting to actually sever memories and basically attempting to sever our faces from his memory.
Excellent. Okay, so you're attacking his like short-term memory right now. So part of it is just confusion and not being able to throw up a defense and really trying to putting a lot of his mental resolve and trying to understand what is happening as the world starts to basically spin.
Basically, in that moment, she sees the timeline as like little snippets, and she trying to cut them out.
Sounds good. We're gonna go ahead and move from Deirdre to Adelaide.
Thank you.
I want to move up to the door.
Like here or this side?
On this side, because from here I can I see the woman, the elven woman?
Yes. You can't have all corners, so I don't know how well Judge covered, but you can see.
What are you trying to see?
Can I see the elven woman from where I'm at?
No, you would actually have to step into the room.
Okay, then I'll take another step. I'm gonna look at her and say, "Sorry, darling, but we don't have time to play with you right now." And I'm vicious mockery.
Excellent.
So a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, she goes ahead and she gets a 13.
I think that meets it. Yeah, that meets. So that was my action. I am going to. I'm gonna stow my rapier, and I will go ahead and use a bonus action then to cast Dramatic Sting. So I stow my rapier and I draw like a discordant shriek across my violin for a bonus action. So
I hate when she does that.
it's another wisdom save on her.
Okay, she will go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw. That's going to be a 17, even higher.
Okay. On a failed save, I don't think there's a half effect to this. So that's just it.
Sounds good. We're going to go ahead and go from Adelaide over to Colton.
Colton is going to come on in, kind of slide past Adelaide, get a little ways over, and whip out the wand and take a shot at the chick who threw the paper crane.
Sounds good.
19 on the dice, 24 to hit.
That is a hit.
For 10 points of damage.
Wow, she gets knocked back. She's now looking she's staggering.
Cool.
She's having a hard time keeping her footing.
And then, that'll be anything else. No, I'll go ahead and call that my turn.
Sounds good. We're going to head from Colton to Brock.
Brock is going to take a step over. He is he's going to enter a rage now that he's kind of in the heat of it, and he's actually going to basically try to, like, he's going to wrench Lucille out of the wall, out of the paneling there. He's going to bring it back that way. He's going to try to swing so hard that he brings it through the both of them with the momentum. So if I can hit this guy, I'll try to do a cleaving swing here. I'll attack recklessly.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. That looks like a 19 to
That's
hit.
A hit.
For, let's see. Okay, so it's 14 damage on the gentleman, and then I need to roll a separate attack.
He's barely saying there's blood all over the floor. He's
On
just pouring down from him.
The lady, which I'll spend my reaction and 2 exertion to do. Yes, that is a 22 to hit for 8.
She goes down.
Okay.
She goes down hard with a spray of blood. You see, it's like hits her gun. You see a number of out of her blast, a number of like those folded paper cranes just sort of like kind of spill out and then start being start soaking up her blood.
And as he's kind of like, I feel like this guy is still kind of like has got not the axe blade in him, because he's that would be pretty lethal, but. He's kind of caught up in Lucille, and he looks back and sees Brock is grinning, and Brock is going to pull the trigger, and there is now a bolt sticking out of him. He is marked with my ancestral guardian mark.
Oh, wonderful,
nice.
wonderful.
Nice.
He has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me until the start of the next turn.
If she decides that's what he wants.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, we're gonna head to. You can hear the sound of the fighting continues upstairs. You hear the sound of somebody else fall. and the fighting continues. You hear this one yells, "We're not fucking trouble! We're not fucking trouble!" And he is going to go ahead and disengage.
Okay.
And he's going to try to stagger out of the room here. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's staggering away as he's trying to kind of making his way back towards the back door, yelling out to his companions.
Okay.
So, the way he moves, by the way, you can see that he has kind of this kind of a I guess he's kind of staggering, but has a kind of a unique gait, I would say. The way, how some people run off. You recognize this gait. You chased this man before.
Hey.
You get a flash of memory. We're gonna go ahead and go from. We are gonna go from. Now, forgive me. Your ability allows you to. When you said that you kind of mess with the memory, what happens when you sneak attack somebody?
So when I sneak attack them, I have the ability to mess with their short-term memory. And so if we break line of sight with that party within the next hour, he forgets who we look like.
So the interesting thing is about her ability is if this man runs away, he will have no memory of your faces.
Yeah, he won't know who we are, and he won't recognize us.
Which is honestly a perfect ability for a spy and a secret.
Yeah, it's a crazy cool ability.
He does remember being attacked, and the event is there. He just has no idea who did it.
So
you cannot.
I would assume that this is something your character would probably know at this point. Yeah. So you know that as he's running, there's that he if he turns that corner and doesn't come back, he may not remember your faces. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and go to RJ.
That may be true, but RJ from this spot kind of puts a hand on the ground and kind of does a leg swing around to swing himself up, and from out of nowhere does a swing kick as he runs by.
Sure.
Out of nowhere.
Oh.
RJ with the solid steel chair.
I'm guessing a 7 doesn't hit him.
No, he actually manages to dodge out of the way of that.
Cool. I am in his way. I will stay there.
Sounds good. We're gonna go ahead and go from RJ to Deirdre.
I'm gonna start booking it up the stairs. Is this accurate?
Those are accurate.
5, 10. Wait,
nope.
Sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You were there. So that would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Dashing. 50, 55.
Okay, and we will need to go ahead and start clearing out some space so we can get the second floor.
Love the second floor. It's where all of my cool ancient artifacts are.
That's where I keep all of my dastardly plans and ancient magical artifacts.
All right. We're going to try to cover up the side of the board that you guys aren't using, which is that side.
I think that's fair.
So that's where we need the space.
I can move this over here just so you don't have it
moving.
If you want to move anything else over here, I've got room for stuff over here.
Okay. These top two are these two.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are here. Okay. So let me kind of explain here what you're seeing. Let me explain what you're seeing here because we got a couple of things happening right now. Hold on.
If we get into this room, I'll move this.
Yeah.
I guess I should clarify. Are we still wearing our disguises from earlier in the day?
Well, we're wearing our second disguises.
Right,
because we changed them.
I would argue not her, as she removed to expose who she is. So you just ran up actually with this big dragon mark exposed, which is interesting. The okay, let's see here. Let me see.
Look at these scary knights.
They look harmless. Harmless, I tell you.
I don't know.
Okay, let me check my roster here, just making sure I've got everybody accounted for. We have yep. Okay.
He's got a scary knight on his roster. Thank you. You went there.
Mm-hmm.
We played long enough together.
Yes, I know. That's why the songs are infectious.
Okay. So when you're upstairs, you see When you run upstairs, you see these 4 guards here are dressed in the colors of the Lantar house, the goldenrod and crimson.
Right.
And they are these house guards. They're very well armed. They're wearing chain, these kind of like goldenrod chain hauberks with these red cloaks over them. And they seem to you see the doors behind them are open, but they seem to be guarding, kind of forming a vanguard here. They're fighting back to back here, trying to keep these rough-dressed folk here, who you can see have exposed and glowing dragon marks, or aberrant dragon marks there, as they are trying to fight past. You can also see that the door here is ajar as well. Door behind you is not. As you arrive, you can see that they are locked in melee. You do note that... oh, I'm sorry. No. My apologies. You see 2 bodies of... dragon marked people, aberrant dragon marked people on the ground dead. You see one of these people have fallen. So right now it's 3 versus these 2.
So this is like a crazy mess of difficult terrain up here. I'm just imagining it's strewn.
Instead of game terms,
like
so the yeah, so
it's carnage.
We're all difficult terrain once we die.
Sure, why not? Let's make it difficult terrain now. So we'll just go ahead and put a body here, and here.
Oh my god.
Sure. Little pile of skulls to represent bodies.
Yeah. What kind of swords are these guys using?
in case somebody takes my wonderful narrative and tries to put it in game terms, and it's like, fine, we'll do game terms. There's bodies.
This is what will happen to you.
This is what will happen to you. Okay,
Oops,
so you see that there. You took a dash action. You get up there. What do you do next?
So this is open into that. So then, I'm going to call out to the guards. Are the lords okay?
Who the fuck are you?
I'm.
They go back to fighting.
Yeah.
Unless you want to spend an action trying to have a conversation.
I'm going to attack. So the 5, 10, 15, 20. This is so I would end here.
Okay.
And then I will attack this one.
Okay, so you use your move and then your bonus action to dash.
Yeah.
And then you've using your action now to attack.
This is at the massive amount I can actually.
Sounds good.
So, trying to show I'm helping. Holy F! I need a coin, please.
You can reach over and grab a coin. So it's like, you guys exist to give me these coins, right?
13 plus 4 is 17.
That is a hit.
So then this is also psychic 11 psychic damage. 1.
Well, they were already looking bad as they go down to your blade.
Sweet.
Creating another area of difficult terrain, Sarah.
Oh!
Slipping on bodies here.
Here you go. All right.
And then that's a bonus. That's an offhand action. So I'm good.
Okay, sounds good. We're gonna go ahead and go from Deirdre to Adelaide. Okay, so Adelaide, you're downstairs here. You see the one man is trying to run, but you see Deirdre runs upstairs and seems to be joining in the melee. What do you do?
I want to try and go up the stairs that I'm closest to.
Okay. Yep. You go ahead and step over the body there. Go ahead and give me just roll me a d20 if you don't mind.
5.
Okay. You step over the body there, trying to get up the stairs. Okay.
40.
I have 40 movement.
Yes.
Which will bring you 40. Okay. So yeah, that's what 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 30, 35. You'd have to dash to get to that next stair.
I'll continue dashing.
Okay, you show me. You've entered the area. The hall here is more narrow. The ceilings aren't vaulted here, and you can see that the wood paneling is just kind of simple and bare. You've reached the servant quarters.
I'm gonna. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go to this door and see. I'm gonna open it.
Sure. You throw open the door, and you can see. You throw open the door, and it reveals a simple bedroom. And inside, you can see that there doesn't seem to be anybody immediately present to you. You see, there's like a simple bed, a simple dresser, and then on the other side of the room, another simple bed, another simple dresser, and then a lantern on a small table.
Okay. I will go ahead and turn. I think I have like one more movement. I'll turn and and move away from that because it looks like a servant's quarters, I'm guessing.
Sounds good. We're going to go ahead and move to Colton.
Colton is going to start making his way this way. Brock, can you go back up D?
Yeah, you got it.
4. Going back
4,
to where I
5.
remembered seeing, and I will kind of reach down and off her belt loop or wherever, just kind of pluck that key ring. And because of difficult terrain, I don't think I can make it up that next step unless I dash.
Correct.
Cool. So I will go ahead and dash up. So that was 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Yeah,
60.
put me right up there if you would, please.
Okay, and you hit the top of the stairs with that dash action.
Cool.
Okay.
Perfect.
And you see that he has a pair of that Colton has a pair of keys in one hand and his wand in the other.
Might come in handy.
Probably so.
All right, we're going to go from Colton to Brock.
Brock's gonna go back up D as requested. Yeah, he will very, very much have to dash. 10, 15, 20.
Now, you guys keep skipping squares. You're here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
30, 35, 40, 45, 55. Is this bit of the landing also difficult terrain, or would I make it here?
It'd be 60, 65 just to be on this right here.
Okay, that's as far, and I can only make it up to 55 in that case because I don't have enough movement.
You start running. You start pounding your way up the stairs.
I heard the commotion and came as fast as I could.
We're going to go from Brock to these armed men are the one gives you a somewhat of a look, but he's going to go ahead and step here.
Oh, he hugged me.
And they are going to continue. The three of them are going to continue to beat on that man, and they managed to make quick work of him. Meanwhile, you can hear shouting from this side of the room, from through that door. You hear the sound of splintering wood, and you hear the sound of wood splintering. You say, and hear a rough voice say, "Oi! That door doesn't come down soon, you're about to get fucked up."
I'm sorry, he said if the door...
Oi! If that door doesn't come down soon, you're gonna get fucked up!
Okay. Got it.
And we're gonna go ahead and go from them to RJ.
He didn't get his
That guy.
turn yet.
Oh, right, my apologies. He's gonna disengage and go 5, 10, 15... I'm sorry, hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's trying to run out the door. Slipping past you. We're going to go ahead now and go to RJ.
RJ's gonna let that happen, knowing that he'll disappear will disappear out of his mind. He's gonna go 10, 15, 20, 25. He can still hear the commotion up there, right?
Correct.
Does he hear anything coming from the other side?
Go ahead and give me a perception check. We'll go ahead and give you, so you can get more of a... There's going to be an action.
18.
Okay, 18. All of the sounds of danger is coming from the direction that Deidre and Brock would do. You've heard nothing from the other side of the house,
Okay.
other than the sounds of your own companions.
Actually,
my point. What's your passive perception?
15.
That would have been enough. My apologies. I should have asked what's your passive first.
Okay.
So no, you still have your action.
Okay. I'm going to make my way to the stairs with a dash, but I'm moving. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. So I'm heading towards the stairs, but I'm going up more cautiously, kind of trying to keep an eye on, make sure nobody's coming down either side of the stairs while I'm going up.
Sounds like a plan. We're going to go ahead and go from RJ to Deidre.
Hearing that noise, I'm going to cautiously disengage and try to move as a bonus action through this door? Is this door unlocked?
It's open. It's
It's
slightly ajar.
Okay, I'm gonna open it.
Okay. You throw the door open and you're inside of a bathroom. Okay,
Right.
there's a bathtub to your left and a kind of a small window to your right. This porcelain room. As you enter, you see that there's a kind of a larger tan-skinned man, kind of like beating his arm against the door. And as the door kind of opens up, he stops and turns around, and you see a face you recognize. This tan-skinned man has long hair, dark hair with like gray streaks pulled back. You see he's dressed in. He's got some fire scars on his face. Do you still have the?
God damn, it's him. No name.
That guy.
Oh Jesus! The
Yeah,
one she didn't ask his name.
Yeah, no
You
name.
see the man who you tried to ask if you were allowed to read his mind, staring you back in the face, and he goes. There's a moment of confusion for just a moment as he kind of goes,
Wait.
"The fuck."
From the fireballs?
Yes.
He looks at you and he goes,
Yeah.
"Or the fuck are you?" Oh, fuck it. And he jumps into action. By the way, he's pretty injured. He jumps into action. He's beating on the way. He doesn't jump into action quite yet. But he kind of looks at you. He's got a short sword at his side, and he kind of looks at you and he goes, "Oh fucking hell, you again." And Deidre, anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I want to. She's going to. Oh God, she's gonna move up adjacent with him.
Sure.
And she's going to, in her other hand, pull out her short sword.
Short sword.
Short sword.
Uh-huh.
I can't say that
Short
right now.
sword.
Yep. She's
Pull
gonna
out
do
your
that.
weapon.
And she's going to attack him.
Sure.
That's a 16 plus 2, 18.
18 versus armor class?
Yes.
Yeah, that does move through his leather branding.
That's going to be 8 damage.
8 points of damage, okay.
And then offhand, which is the dagger.
He rolls at that hit very easily. You do not find significant purchase on him in that, by the way.
Okay.
He's made of much tougher stuff than you guys downstairs.
Okay. And then offhand him, which gives me this.
Offhand.
That's a nat 1.
Ouch.
Alright, sounds good. Roll me a dexterity check. Flat dexterity check.
10, this is 12.
You almost lose your offhand dagger with that as you hit as he just in a seamless way pulls up that short sword and blocks it with such strength that you almost lose your grip on that sword, but you manage to keep a hold of your weapon.
Rocket here!
Okay, and we go from Deirdre to Adelaide. Adelaide, you're up in the servants' quarters with Colton. Colton's waving some keys at you. What do you do?
I'm gonna take the keys. I'm gonna try and go to this door because this room from the hallway looks bigger, I think.
Sure.
I'm gonna see if the door is unlocked.
It is.
It's unlocked. Okay. I'm gonna open it.
You throw open the door and you see about 9 scared people dressed in servants' outfits suddenly freak out, and one of them throws a book at you. Go ahead and throws the book at you. It sails past your head and hits the wall, and it goes, and you see kind of a younger man go,
You should be able to get out the pantry if you go quickly. Get out of here now.
make a persuasion check. Let's see if you can pass their fears. As you hold your blood-stained weapon, or as you.
Actually, I'm gonna use a coin. I'm holding a fiddle, actually.
Yeah, as you hold a fiddle, it's just this very confused look. And it's hi, the house musician, get out!
It's better than a 1. 13 plus. You said it was a persuasion, right?
Correct.
So that would be a 17.
Okay, they look at each other and goes, all right, come on! And he starts trying to gather the others.
Okay. Can I try this door?
That door is already slightly ajar. You kind of nudge it open with your foot and you can see another empty room similar to that last one.
Okay.
Servants' quarters.
Servants, need to escape. I'm going to, so I was here, right? Or no, I was here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You've already used your action just so we're clear.
Oh,
to
yeah,
convince
okay.
the
So
servant.
that's as far as I can get.
Sounds good. We're gonna go ahead and go from Adelaide to Colton.
If you want the keys, you could also take them.
Sure, thanks. All right, well, I'll go ahead and RJ, could you move or
Where?
that door right in front of me? Door locked?
That door was already open, and when you walked upstairs, you saw Adelaide walking away from it. So you go in, you take a quick peek. You can see that there's some. No, moving back. You see that there's a couple of beds in there, and kind of a simple dresser, a lantern on the table.
And there's no other doors up here. Okay, then we just have to go back the way we came. There's nothing else up here. We've got to go back the other way.
All right.
And I will I have as much of my action to dash, get back down the stairs, and try to get back down here to the main
So that
hall.
was 2, 3, 4. Downstairs is not.
Downstairs is not difficult terrain.
5, 6.
5, 6.
7, 8, 9, 10.
No, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9.
I will say the dead body is difficult terrain.
Okay.
So 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, you run back out in the room. You see RJ running for the stairs.
Perfect.
Okay, sounds good. We're going to go from Colton to Brock.
They're playing my song over there, I suppose. So 5, 10, 15. Where's the actual? Okay, there's the door. 20, 25. Brock will use spend an exertion to do striding swings, ignoring difficult terrain and moving 15 feet before making his attack. He'll say duck. And he will use his extended bugbear reach to try to swing at this guy over Dieter's head
Sounds good.
recklessly.
Yeah.
2 18s. However, it was minimum damage.
Okay.
So only 4 slashing damage, but he is marked and thus has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than myself.
Kind of growls and says, oh, you got heavy guns. I see. I recognize you. You're the one looking here. I recognize you. You're the one fucking looking over the wreckage.
Wow. I guess I make an impression.
This one yells to fall back. These two yell, hey! And surround you.
I'm kind of doing something here, guys.
They surround the invaders in their house,
yeah.
the chaotic invaders, the giant bugbear, and they begin to attack.
Okay.
Right? So what's going to happen here is, actually, I'm sorry, they're going to go ahead and actually stand, that guy's dead. They're going to stand actually back to back here, rather than trying to flank, because they're trying to keep you from getting the door. They are going to go ahead and start trying to attack.
Okay, they have advantage.
Yep, that is going to be a... Here comes this mad, insane-looking bugbear here. Here we go. With disadvantage, you said?
Advantage.
Advantage?
Because I
Okay.
attacked with
15 what's your armor class?
16.
Okay, first one is a miss, but then he swings the second time.
Oh no. I can't do that.
On his second swing, he manages to hit, dealing 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
The next one attacks as well, but falls into back-to-back mode. That's an 18 for your armor class, which is another hit, so another 7, and then he swings again.
Okay.
But is unable to find purchase. So you've taken a total of 7 and then 7.
Yep.
As more invaders! Oh fuck! It must be dusk!
Oh, come on.
And we're going to go ahead and go from them to the man looks at you and goes, the man kind of like trying to kind of just taking quick clips from your blows, from the blows there, kind of just snarls, looks back behind him towards the door that he was trying to break down, turns back to and kind of eyeing the two of you. And what is he going to do? He goes, watch out. He goes, which fucking outfit are you with? And he's going to sidestep here, whipping out that sword. He is going to, as he whips out that sword, right? You can see that up his forearm, you can see a angry looking dragon mark as kind of his sleeve falls down. You can see this dragon mark here now, a barren dragon mark, and it starts to weep like this kind of like black looking pus, but it starts to travel up his sleeve, up
like defying gravity.
up. Yeah, it starts traveling up his arm. coating the blade in his hand.
Oh.
And then he is going to stab at you.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I have any cover here from the door?
And he has advantage, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you do have cover, but he does have advantage, right? Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Well, that is a 24 versus your armor class.
Yeah.
Okay. You take 6 points of piercing,
It's not so bad.
10 points of poison,
That's worse.
That's not great.
21 points of sneak attack.
What the?
Excuse you?
Okay.
As this extremely well-trained man
He is extremely
dodges
well-trained.
underneath your blade, comes up with his poison blade, and then just and stabs you
So-
right in the side with it.
Yeah, Brock goes down.
Oh, fuck.
And then he stabs again.
Oh, fuck.
Brock.
Fuck.
Misses with the second attack,
Oh,
actually.
thank God.
And he kind of like pulls back, looks at you and goes, he pulls back and goes, gonna be hard to come out to me when your friend's fucking dying. And then he throws himself out the window. And you get the glass shatter as he just falls out of sight.
What do you do to me?
All right, and this man is before you can catch his name, he's gone again.
We still don't know his name!
We're gonna go ahead and go from him to RJ.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Or you're on that side of the stairs, but I'm just letting you know which line of stairs you're at. Okay, you start heading up the stairs. All right, and you can see Brock is down.
I mean, I was moving dash, so.
Sure. I'm just explaining the
Okay,
situation
okay.
that you see. For the audience at home, so they don't just hear game terms. Okay, you rush upstairs and you can see that Brock is currently down. The guards are looking down. The guards are looking at you, and it appears that you don't see any others. There's no more sounds of fighting happening. But as you walk up to see Brock's blood spilling out, being this pool out from him on the ground, the guards turn their attention towards you, and seeing this Warforged wearing human pants appear in their eyesight, and they get a confused look before they level their swords at you and say, "Drop your weapons." And we're going to go ahead and end the session there for the night.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Wow, that was
Shouldn't have made that Brock dying joke at the beginning.
Yeah, it comes full circle, don't it?
Yeah.
The secret is, if you make a joke about your character dying, Will fucking ensure that
He does it.
happens.
I do it.